All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners. So we got a very different kind of broadcast here. We're going from the audio straight to a video, but this one is actually really cool. We actually have, as you can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, for people listening on the radio station airwaves, if you want to see the interview rather than just hear it, make sure you come on over to our YouTube channel. But we have Z-Look, a legendary R&B group, together on one camera, on one couch. We got Mike, Eric, and Art of Z-Look right here live on Facebook. On YouTube, and of course, our radio station airwaves. How are you guys doing this evening?
Real good, man. Great. Good. Glad to be alive.
I got to say, I definitely agree with that. It's good to actually see you guys as well, because I do, as we were talking about before we went live, Mike and Eric, I've interviewed you guys previously on my radio station airwaves. Art, it's super nice to meet you as well, man. And I just got to say, it's great to put like a kind of a face to a voice here and actually get you guys back together. I do know you guys recently did a concert not too long ago as well. So jumping into that, how did it feel to get back on stage and just kind of do what you guys love to do?
Well, we still working on that.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, we're still working on it. It's coming up. It's on the 4th.
Oh, on the 4th. Okay.
September 4th. So we're almost there. We're working it all out. It's pretty cool so far.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, what can our listeners expect from this show? And of course, like, how can we actually get ourselves some tickets to kind of, end the summer the right way with some Z-Look?
Guess just the Riverside.
Yeah, we're at the you can go to reunionjazzfest.com. We have I don't know if you can see it.
Go right up.
Right? That's coming up September 4th. It's us, Judith Hill, Confunction. There's quite a nice little roundup of folks. And we're going to have a couple surprises, I think. It's going to be pretty cool,
Yeah.
But we're pretty set. Working out all the kinks. It's been a long time, man. So to get these guys back together and, it's been a long time in the makings, but it's happening.
And when you say a long time, if you don't mind me asking there, like, how long has it been since you guys have all been in one room together?
I think about 50 years.
No.
Yeah, we were about 10.
It's been a minute. I think we've seen each other
on and off.
I seen Mike and we've all played. I think didn't we play at the Queen Mary together?
Let's see how
that was at least. That was probably 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah, at least 20. Yeah. 20, 25, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
But we've been free. We stayed in touch and we all been cool. But, everybody just did their own, whoever called, Yeah. But, we've stayed in touch. So it was never a breakup,
Just pretty much adulthood getting in the way of everything, pretty much, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Definitely. But also, guys, going back to the origins of Z-Look, man, because I grew up on Z-Look. I had some records when I was a kid and whatnot, man. But what is this, since you guys got all you guys here, what's this origin story behind this group? Like, how did you guys actually come together?
It's really these guys here.
Yeah. In fact, my mother was Michael's kindergarten teacher. And she said way back then, you and Mike need to get together because Michael loves music. You love music. And I'm a couple of years older than Mike. I was 7 when he was 5.
Yeah.
So, we just, and eventually, I always knew Mike and he was doing his DJ thing. He was like, to me, Mike was the first one that I seen rapping with doing the rap DJ thing. And he was doing his thing, so, and I always admired Mike because he was always a talented kid. He played guitar and, and I mean, he had a band and they turned our band out, we did a talent show. And y'all killed it. We were like, we had a guy playing the accordion. you know, because we didn't have a real keyboard player. And they just came up and just killed it, you know. And Mike was a little kid then, right? So they had it going on. Right. Yeah. But then finally we hooked up, when did we hooked up a little later. I guess I moved to LA.
Is that when we did Steve's stuff?
Right, yeah, that's when we hooked up. Yeah, we had a singer that we were actually his backup band to start with, but then he decided he didn't want to do it anymore, so we kept on, and then we got Art.
Yeah, I met Eric in Cal State, LA. Yeah, so he said I got a band, you know.
Yeah, see, these two guys, they study, so I play by ear, but they, you know, they know all the, you know, the technical stuff. Yeah. I'm not that guy. But you know, I learned from them though.
You know, Art had a group called White Boy Stymie. And I mean, to me, it was the best demo that I ever heard. So I was like, I don't want to take you away from that. Y'all on your way, you know.
They were all crazy, but we couldn't get it together.
And you weren't?
It worked out. It worked out.
But we needed the crazy. We needed Art's craziness.
Yeah. And Art, speaking of that demo, is that demo actually circulating the net anywhere? Because I'm pretty sure I know a lot of the Z-Look fans would love to just kind of get their hands on that and actually be able to listen to it. Or is that just something you have in your own personal archives?
There's who knows? There's somewhere in a box, you know, in a garage, somewhere. Yeah, I don't, unfortunately. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially back in those days as well, you know what I mean? There was no internet. No one really even thought about streaming services because they never existed. So most individuals just put their reels, kind of like you said, after they're done and over with, you kind of put your copies in a box and kind of just put them in storage. You know what I mean? And now trying to find one of those reel players to actually get the music off the reel, I heard is actually very challenging.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we record a lot of stuff on the reel.
Yeah,
exactly. Our
exactly.
demos and all that stuff, and
we had stuff on the video Fostex, right?
Oh yeah. What was that 8-track, right?
8-track, yeah. 8-track.
Yeah. Then we got the Tascam 8-track.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. We even demoed like some of the Troop stuff.
Was it on there too? That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember they came down and Yeah, that's crazy.
One of the guys in Troop lived around the corner from me when they were just getting signed, and they needed some new music, so we submitted one of our songs to them. So.
And speaking of that, I actually had that in the list where you guys actually did some work for Troop. I was wondering if you can actually, from what you can recall, of course, could you dig a little deeper in that? And of course, what was it like just working with that fellow R&B group, man? Because they actually went big just like you guys as well.
Yeah.
Troop, they were like, they definitely, you know, they had it going on. We did the song, we wrote it, and then they brought in Chucky Booker.
Chucky Booker.
Chucky Booker came in and produced it, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we basically had Alan, the singer from the group. He came in and he sang the track that we did at the house, and then once they submitted it, then they brought Chucky in. He was the new cat, so he produced the song. But it was great. It was cool. Yeah.
And that was actually, I think that was when I first met you guys. Already knew Chucky, right? Did you know Chucky?
No, Eric.
Oh, Eric. You knew
your cousin, right? Played with him.
Yeah.
Because he played with T. He was in T.
Right. Yeah.
He was in the band Tees. I don't know if it's Tees.
Yeah, it was another R&B band. Mm-hmm. But that's when we first met Chucky. Chucky had a little Volkswagen. Remember he had that little? It was like a 72 or 73 Volkswagen or whatever. I just talked to Chucky too. He's cool. He's good. He's with Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And also as well, guys, in the year 1988, you guys actually released the amazing 8-track album titled Take You Back to My Place. I was wondering if you can actually tell our viewers just a bit more about this phenomenal record. And of course, what was it like just being in the studio putting together this phenomenal debut project?
Wow, let's see. It just, wow. Well, actually, we did our own, we did Attitude first. So that we had a
song, a single out first that we did ourselves and we put out. And then it kind of grew legs.
Yeah, here in LA. We took it around to all the record pools.
Yeah, record pools.
And there were
a couple radio stations picked it up. And then that kind of, for us, that was actually more exciting because we heard our song on the radio.
Right. That was our first time.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And that's right. Yeah, I was.
You were singing.
Yeah, I was singing
at
the time. Before I was the lead singer.
Yeah, we didn't know Wayne.
Yeah, we didn't know Wayne yet. It's crazy. So yeah, we did a 12. Yeah, it was a 12-inch.
Yeah, we financed a 12-inch ourselves.
Yeah, we did ourselves.
We got some noise with it, and actually that kind of helped with the whole signing too.
Yeah.
Because when the label Orpheus, they approached us, we had that under our belt. So
yeah, because we had what was EMI, MCA, and then Orpheus Capital.
Yeah.
They were trying to sign us all at the same time, and we ended up going to Orpheus Capital or EMI.
And when you guys were actually marketing that single, because obviously you guys did that independently and whatnot, was it very hard for you guys to actually get your record on the radio? Because I've heard stories about that side of the music industry, that for some people it was easy, others it was almost like pulling nails just to actually have these record executives and radio DJs just even take a look at the tape. Was it difficult for you guys, or did you guys just get really, really lucky right off the bat?
No, we pushed, at those DJ pools here in LA, they would probably a member of how many members in that group here in LA? 40 DJs, 50 DJs, or maybe I can't remember.
You know who really helped us out a lot was Violet Brown.
That's true.
She because she was the head of the
independent distribution house for independent labels. Yeah. Violet Brown. Yeah.
She's a phenomenal individual.
Yeah. But
I think the song, it was kind of happening at the time. I think it kind of sold itself, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I think if it was a dud, it would have faded,
Yeah.
So we had some momentum going.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out because, that kind of helped us having something that was, tangible or whatever, that, they could play. Nowadays it's just in the business. It's like
I think that beat, I think we had the bonus beats. So if you got a good beat that the DJ can work. I think that's half the battle too.
Exactly.
Sure.
You got a good beat on there that
easy to manipulate.
It's easy to
mix it in.
From
one song to the other.
And especially as well, what I really think as well, because you guys have a very unique sound to your guys' group. I think that also might have helped as well with actually getting that music on the radio. Because, in my personal opinion, you guys had that sound that nobody else had in the R&B community, man. So I think when people heard that, they were like, "Yo, we need to get this on the radio, ASAP."
Yeah, it was fast too. The first single, right? I think we had to have it done quickly. 2 weeks, I think.
We recorded the album in 2 weeks.
Well, that's what
yeah.
So we had the single ready to go, and they said, "Let's finish this record."
Yeah, it happened really, really fast because they liked the single "Can You Read My Lips," and then they're like, let's get this album done. So it was 2 weeks. We recorded the album.
The whole album, yeah.
The whole album in 2 weeks. It was crazy.
And because during the recording, then the song was already on the radio.
Yeah, it was already on the radio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it difficult for you guys? Obviously, it was 2 weeks, but some artists are just very natural at doing stuff so quickly, and some really do like taking their time and really just manifesting the record. Was it difficult for you guys being your first actual studio album, being so rushed at 2 weeks? Were you guys were you guys satisfied with this record when it did come out after those 2 weeks, or were you like, I wish we had a little bit more time with it?
No, I think because we already kind of had the tunes already. We had already worked them up. Quite honestly, we had been working the catalog.
Yeah, because I think Take You Back to My Place, we used to play that before we
at least 2 or 3 years, right? Longer than that, maybe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember we did that show with Club Nouveau.
Oh yeah. Did we play it? We played.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
when they came out with Rumors.
Yeah. Timex Social
Club. Timex Social Club, right on the change when they were changing to Club Nouveau. Yeah.
I don't remember what we played for that. What did we do?
Yeah, we did some of the songs.
We had some. I think we had some video of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we played for that. I remember the gig, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we played.
Yeah. That's a. Go back and look.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But also, I know while we're on the topic of just phenomenal records, man. In 1991, you guys actually released my personal favorite Z-Look record, titled "My Desire." I was wondering if you'd break down this iconic record, and of course, did you guys have any idea it would be as big as it is today when you guys first actually released that project? Because I got to say, that is, in my opinion, one of your guys' biggest records that you guys dropped.
With well, I'm trying to think. What was it? We did Can't Stop Thinking.
Yeah.
That one. We did a Girl Dance with Me. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Was that the first? Was that the first?
It's been so long.
The first thing I know. It's been so long. Brandon, you're killing me, man. The first one. What was the
Girl Dance With Me.
That was the first single, yeah.
Girl Dance With Me.
Then we switched to Sony.
Oh, then we switched to Sony. Okay, yeah.
That's what happened.
That was a transitional period for us because we had left the other label to go over to Epic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sony Music. So yeah, that was a lot of work. We added a couple of songs because that album was actually done a year and a half, 2 years ahead.
About a year.
It sat for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, because we switched labels. We had to wait.
So we had to wait
under the contract.
And then Michael Jackson was doing what?
The bad album, was it?
It was bad. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. Yeah. It was
Dangerous.
Oh,
yeah, he was doing Dangerous. Yeah. So we were waiting for all of that and not to get caught up in that whole promotional thing.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
That's the business.
And when you actually said that you actually made that album while you were actually signed to another label, was that other label actually kind of wanting any royalties from that project since you made that while you were actually signed to another label, or they just let you go with all your assets?
They wanted us to stay.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
We didn't know. Yeah.
We didn't know at the time.
We could have stayed at.
We should have stayed.
EMI Capital, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have stayed.
Yeah, we should have
stayed, but we didn't know. We didn't know until later after the ink had dried.
Yeah, because when we switched, then it just became, it was rough. Because they had already their, Michael Jackson, the Luther Vandross Christmas album came out at that same time. I remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were kind of on the back burner in a way.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever actually run into Michael Jackson while actually in the studio or visiting the label's building? Did you ever run into MJ, or was he kind of because I've heard stories where MJ kind of was like a ghost in the music industry. You wouldn't really see him in those kind of buildings. But did you guys actually get lucky and actually come across MJ?
He did something for us. And I don't know if the guys remember, but when we were doing
was that Ocean Way?
Yeah, Ocean Way. We were doing was it What Makes You Feel That Way? No.
I don't know.
What song was that? We were doing, I think it was, yeah. We were finishing that up and we needed to get in and mix it. And one of the studios we were at was Ocean Way, but they had another a studio that was available, but Michael Jackson had it booked for the whole year because he was doing the Dangerous album. And he ended up, they got permission from him to let us come in and finish mixing our song because we had a deadline. It was because we were doing that movie, the Death by Temptation.
Okay.
So we were trying to finish up the one song. It's called "What Makes You Feel That Way About Me," which is on the Death by Temptation soundtrack. And he let us come in and finish mixing in that studio. I think we had just did a show. We did a show with the Jacksons. Remember? Back in
Jackie
Jackson. Yeah. I think
in Baltimore.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Who else was on that bill?
EU. EU. I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So yeah, he was they say a lot of things about him, but he was a pretty cool dude. He helped us out, even though he didn't really have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was cool.
I gotta say as well, I don't really believe any of the stuff they do say about Michael, and I do know some people are probably gonna like rip DJ Immortal a new arsehole, but I was gotta say, man, I really don't think he was like. Personally, only thing that I think is true is he didn't really have a childhood. That's why he acted the way he did and had Neverland Ranch. If you get ripped of your childhood, realistically, you're always gonna have that inner child wanting to be a kid. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I think. But I think the whole scandal stuff, I think people just wanted money because Michael Jackson was worth what, like billions of dollars?
Yeah.
Because you got to think, no, they never wanted him to go to jail. They just sued him. So it's like, if someone really did that to your child, I would be pressing charges. I wouldn't be going for the dollars. I'd be going for jail time. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I really believe he had a good heart. I think his heart was in the right place. I think he wanted to help people.
Man, he's just a big kid.
Yeah. People just took advantage of him.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And before we move off the topic of just, My Desire and, of course, Epic Records, I have to ask, what actually made you guys decide to make the jump? Because I know you guys mentioned a few moments ago that your previous record label actually wanted you to stay, but what actually made you decide to jump to Epic Records? Was it just the fact that they were like a larger-than-life company at the time where they had individuals like Michael Jackson, or was it just kind of like contract disputes with the previous label?
Basically, the management, right?
Yeah.
Management team. Yeah, they saw more dollars, I think, and
over at Epic,
Epic transitioning over, but it definitely didn't turn out, for us the best. That was a wrong decision. So.
And also, you guys actually had the opportunity to work with the Jamaica Boys on their 12-inch vinyl single, Shake It Up. From what you guys can recall, can you tell us a bit more just about that studio session? And of course, what was it like just working alongside those other three fellow individuals?
That was crazy. That was fun. That was actually fun. Because remember they had, oh my gosh, everybody was over there recording. It was like, Johnny Mathis. Remember? He came in and knocked on the door, and remember he was asking, did we order pizza or something like that? It was like crazy. He was there. Lionel Richie was there. Yeah. Bruce Springsteen. He was down the hallway recording. Who else? There was like a bunch of folks off in there.
Yeah. They basically had their song for the movie. It was already done, but it wasn't released yet. And so they kind of liked the sound that we had, and that's why we were approached to remix it.
Yeah, we gave it more of an urban kind of, just kind of little younger vibe.
Yeah.
Remember we joked with Lenny White, saying, "Yeah, man, like I don't know who played drums on this, but we had to take all those drums off and put some sample drums under it." And,
Lenny White, he's phenomenal jazz.
He's
musician.
Plays with everybody.
Korea and
guys. But yeah, it was and then Marcus Miller, he's a jokester. Marcus Miller did all the Luther Vandross, all the did a lot of production for him. He's a bass genius, phenomenon.
Yeah,
you know,
so it was an honor, to remix.
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
It worked out.
To do that. That one and the other one, Pick Up the Phone.
Pick Up the Phone.
We did too. Yeah,
that's a great song too. Yeah.
Which ended up being the singles, and ended up being in House Party, the House Party movie.
Yep.
Exactly. Kid and Play.
I gotta say as well, you guys, when you guys did Pick Up the Phone, that was probably my favorite remix that you guys actually did for the Jamaica Boys. But was that the only 2 songs you actually had the opportunity to work with them on, or was there other work in progress during those times?
Just those 2.
No, yeah, it was just those two for that. Yeah. Because I think we did that, and then we did Wendy and Lisa.
We did Wendy, because their management team.
Yeah.
Pat Raines.
Yeah, Pat Raines.
Yeah, he liked what we did with the Jamaica Boys, and then we remixed the song for Wendy and Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so did several other people.
Yeah.
But we.
That was cool though.
Yeah.
Wendy was not happy with us taking out all her guitar parts.
Yeah.
Oh man, we still love you, Wendy.
Did you actually get the guitar parts back together, or did you just unfortunately kind of leave them kind of like all over the place?
Well, they had the masters.
And they had the masters, and we took a lot of the guitars out. Remember, she wanted to come back in and add more guitars.
Yeah, there was a ton of guitars on. Every track. It wasn't just like one guitar; it was several guitar tracks on there.
Yeah,
but we were just trying to simplify things,
Sometimes less is better rather than more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting session.
Yeah, it was. That was fun
though. Did she get like all mad and whatnot when you guys did that, or was she kind of understanding, I should say? Judging by your face there, Mike, I don't think she was very understanding.
Because during that time, that's when like loops and samples came out.
Right? First thing she said when we met,
don't play any of that.
She like, yeah. Did she even shake my hand? When we, Lisa was
totally cool.
She was
totally sweet.
Yeah, but Wendy, she was just like, look, I don't want no James Brown. No James Brown samples in our music and blah blah blah. Yeah. I say, hey, my name is Mike C. She didn't want to hear any of that. She's like, look, she already
don't do this, don't do that.
Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah. At least she knew what she wanted from the jump, I guess.
We knew exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. They're amazing musicians.
Oh yeah.
Just amazing. And yeah, it was. We definitely learned a lot. Just being involved in the project. So just another lesson learned.
Yeah.
And also as well, in the year 1990, you guys actually had the opportunity to be a part of a Death by Temptation motion picture soundtrack, where your song "What Makes You Feel That About Me" was actually included. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about that opportunity, and of course, did you guys ever get the opportunity to kind of visit the set of that movie?
No, that's Eric's concept. That song is really what makes you feel that way about me. That's his baby. Pretty much.
Yeah. Eric's the funky one.
Yeah, he's got the story. He's the storyteller.
Yeah.
It was a look that this girl gave me one time that I liked, and I don't want to, she might be listening, so I don't know. But it was a look that this girl gave me, and I just used my imagination. I liked her, and I thought she liked me too, but the look that she gave me made me think, what did I do? Was it something I said? Why are you looking at me like that? But I've talked to, I shared the letter here, the song, and she said, I didn't know. I was like, well, I was using my imagination and it worked.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need something to spark some lyrics,
Yeah. That was the spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't get to meet anybody on the set because it was just the recording aspect of it. They needed a song.
Yeah, I think the movie was already done.
Yeah. So that was nice to have it on the soundtrack. So
yeah, that was cool.
And this next question I do want to say, and if you guys want to skip it, you definitely can. But as we already know, unfortunately, the fourth member of Z-Look is no longer with us physically, but I do know he is most definitely probably here with us just doing this interview. But from the individuals that might not have really had the opportunity to know very much about Wayne behind the scenes, I was wondering if you can each share one of your most fondest memories that you actually shared with the late great Wayne.
Well, they'd always have me. I'd always have to roommate with him, but he was cool. I liked. He was our little brother.
Yeah.
Basically, and I wish. But I know one night he was messing. He would comb his hair like all night long in the hotel room, and I couldn't sleep because he had the lights on. He's messing with his hair like all night. And then when I finally woke up in the morning, he was gone. And he came back. When he finally came back, his hair was all together. And he's like, man, I went and got my hair done. You need to go get yours. I'll take you. And they charged me like $40 for just a haircut. And I'm like, these people.
This is back then. This is back
then.
Yeah,
this was back then. It's got more than that now.
It's cheap right now.
But I was like, man, $40 for a haircut? I'm like, who do they think we are? He's like, well, we Z-Look, bruh. I'm like,
yeah, no, he was a different individual for sure. He was real quiet, and he's more to himself most of the time, yeah. But when we would perform, that's when he would turn on.
Yeah, that switch, boom, turn it on. He used to make me laugh though, like what you were talking about, like in the room, like if we go to his room, he would sleep like this because he didn't want to mess up his hair. Right. Remember that? Right. He would sleep like that. That always used to trip me out. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I remember from him. He's a good dude though. Miss that guy.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Was there times that you guys ever actually tried to mess with them and actually kind of like, how friends walk up to one another and kind of rub each other's heads and whatnot? Did you ever try and purposely, you know what I mean, just kind of mess his hair up?
That was a big no.
No.
Don't touch his hair. Don't touch his hair.
No.
But the hair was the moneymaker for the group.
I know, right?
Because they wouldn't know who I was, but if I'm standing next to Wayne, they're like, oh, you're Z-Look. Right. You're the guy with the hair. Right. So, the hair was the moneymaker for the group, right?
Yeah.
I loved Mike's face on that when I brought up that little question, because he had that shaking his head like, no, that would have been the end of Z-Look.
You don't even know. Yeah, you don't even know.
That was like, serious.
Yeah, in fact, even the label. Remember, they wanted to change his hair.
Yeah.
They're like, it made like a big deal. They're like, you gotta change his hair. We got, it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
And he didn't want no one to touch his hair.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Nope. It's not happening.
Yeah, because girls would be like, ooh, your hair's so pretty. Yeah.
Like, how far did the label go to actually try to convince him, or was it just like a one time and just Wayne was not having it? He was like, no one messes with the do.
I think they did change that. Can't stop thinking about your love. They changed it.
They changed it up a little bit. It wasn't as goofy or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think he didn't have a choice, I guess, at that point. But he still looked good to me.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how he felt, but
Oh, they kind of pinned it back, right?
They pulled it back. They pulled
it
back a little bit.
Yeah.
He also, I don't know, I never met the individual, so I never met Wayne, so I don't know if I can speak for him, but he might have felt a little relieved as well, not having to stay up all night long and just comb his hair all night long, you know what I mean? He might have felt a little bit more comfortable in bed being able to lay on his back.
I don't know. He just looked very comfortable doing that way, so maybe. I don't know. I can't see.
He loved his hair.
Yeah, he loved his hair.
Goldilocks.
Right? Yeah.
But Art, I actually have a question for you, man. I read this via Discogs that on January 15th of 2007, you actually had the opportunity to actually play guitar on Elisa Florello's song "Bun in the Oven." I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about that, and of course, what was it like just being able to work alongside Elisa?
Yeah, I mean, actually, it's most songs like that are like I came and played for the writer of that song. So we normally we didn't see the artist at that time. So yeah, I just basically did the guitar part and that was the end of it. So not too
Seems
much.
like a pretty substantial and easy and just an easy recording session. You slide in, you strum the guitar, and be like, sayonara.
Yep. On to the next thing. I was in and out after that.
That's right. I had him play on it was a remix I did for J-Lo. Yeah. And you came in and played guitar.
Yeah, I came
on that Cherry Pie. It was called Cherry Pie. Oh wow, that was a long time ago. Yeah. They come in and lay stuff down and it happens quick and then you forget that you did some stuff.
You mix it and send it out and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Mike, I remember when we actually did our individual interview actually together. I believe it was like last year or so. We really got in depth on your DJing career and whatnot. So I'm not going to talk too much about that with you. But obviously, you're still very much active within the music industry, still doing your thing. Do you actually have any DJing events coming up that our listeners can kind of slide on through and actually maybe come and meet you in person and, of course, enjoy one of your sets?
I know. No, not really. But I was like working on a project because I play Talkbox, like Roger and Zap, that whole kind of thing. So I'm kind of like in the background doing a side little thing I've been working on for a long time that I want to put out, kind of like just like a little DJ compilation stuff and, get a bunch of different little artists and, put that out. But, that's a little ways down the road. But, when that happens, you'll be the first to know. Yeah.
And if you send it, we here at Outlaw Radio are definitely going to spin it. But I have to ask just about the Talkbox, man, because I've always been fascinated with that instrument, man, because it's so hard to play. Individuals think that you just put the tube in your mouth and you blow and it's good to go. You know what I mean? It realistically, it's not. I always kind of compared it to a kind of like the bagpipes. Looks easy but very hard to play. Can you actually break it down? Like, what made you decide to get into the Talkbox? And of course, really, how hard is this instrument to actually really learn and perfect?
It's hard, man. It's like you gotta have. You gotta have the love for it. There's definitely a learning curve. Because you gotta play, and then the sound comes out through the tube, and then you just fake the words. So it comes out your mouth. It's crazy. What I did learn was, were you with that? No, that was Moses when we did the BET.
Oh yeah, the BET.
Yeah,
royalty.
Yeah. We played for BET for a special.
For the group royalty. They were signed with
Warner Brothers, right? Yeah, royalty. And Roger
was there.
And Zap, Roger.
They performed.
They were like the headliner for the show. And we were in the back room, one of the green rooms or whatever. And, we met Roger. And didn't he grab your guitar and he was playing some stuff? Or
no, I think he just said, "Who's a guitar player?
Show me what you got." Show me what you got.
He's basically calling me out. But I was like, Raj,
But I was like very intrigued. That got me into like the Talkbox back then.
Yeah.
That was in the late 80s.
He was the man.
Yeah. He was the man at the time, and
I remember when I went to the Parliament concert, and before the show they were playing More Bounce to the Ounce, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's the funkiest thing I ever heard."
Oh yeah, that's like man, that definitely got me like, that's I got to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And I've heard some stories as well that if like there's like spit buildup, so you can actually potentially choke on your own spit as well while doing it.
Oh my God, yeah. It's like yeah. So yeah, if you see people playing it, they'll put the tube in. It's upstairs. I have my talk box here. Yeah, you put the tube in your mouth and you play for a little bit, and you'll see people that always pull the tube out and shake it and stick it back in their mouth. Yeah, it's a whole.
Messy.
It's messy. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And Eric, as well, I during our interview, we actually spoke about your other group that you actually been a part of for quite a few years. Quite a few years now, called LA Lion. For the viewers that might not actually know this about your career and might not have had the opportunity to listen to our broadcast, I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about Lion, and of course, where can we actually check out your band's music today?
Well, right now we're actually writing some stuff, some original material that we're going to be releasing pretty soon. And but I met Elisa, the lead singer for the group, when I think Z-Look was kind of on hiatus per se, so I was just looking for a gig basically. And so I answered an ad, and so our first rehearsal, Lisa comes in there, and she's I had never met her, and this conga player was there, and she just went off on him. She's like, "What are you doing here? You ain't in this group no more." So I was like, "Wow, I hope I never get on her bad side." So we've been friends for 30 years now. This is 30 years ago. And I never thought I would I never thought we'd be together that long.
It's safe to say you are definitely on Lisa's good side. You've been doing it for 30 years, so chances of you getting on her bad side now probably would have happened a long time ago.
Right.
And I have to ask, because obviously, you guys seem to be, back, you know what I mean? You guys are doing a concert in September to end the summer the right way. Do you think in the future, because I know this is probably like one of those questions that you guys might get asked more in the future, but do you think, Eric, LA Lion and Z-Look might kind of come together for like one show and just have like one giant bash?
I'm hoping to do that, but I'm thinking I want to rework the LA Lion thing to where it's more of what we do, Yeah, I'm trying to reconfigure the LA Lion, because I want to put, everything that we do, I want to include everybody in some form or fashion, that's in my head, that's what I would like to do. If it all works out, for everyone.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to spread the love, however we can, Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everybody that is listening and viewing this interview on YouTube is probably thinking one thing. You guys are sitting on one couch. Z-Look reunion, and then, of course, you guys got the reunion concert coming up September. I'm just going to throw this out there. Is there any plans for a new album? I don't want to throw you guys on the spot, but is there any plans for some brand new Z-Look in the future? Because I got to say, I would definitely love a third installment to this phenomenal group.
Yes.
It'd be cool. This guy here, he's been putting some stuff together. It's pretty hot. I'm kind of excited. Kind of got me like.
That's my whole thing. I
want it to be. Yeah.
I need y'all.
Right. I know, right?
But I was like,
you might be hearing it first here. It might be going down. It's looking pretty prominent.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are obviously, like, by the sounds of it, you guys are just in talks, but Eric, when you actually have the stuff together, is it going to be, because obviously, since the last Z-Look album came out was like 91, that's obviously 30 years ago. Does it have the same kind of sound, or did you guys kind of bring a newer vibe to the music, or are you going to keep things old school the way us fans remember you guys, or are you guys going to bring that newer touch to it?
Yeah, I want to keep my vision is to keep the sound, keep that Z-Look sound, but bring it to the new, because it's been so long. You know, you look at Bruno Mars, you know, and he's bringing back the old sounds. You know, he like he said that what album what was his? Yeah, 24 Karat, you know, that he said the New Jack Swing was his inspiration.
Yeah.
So I think we can keep doing what we do.
Yeah.
You know, for a new group of people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think everything kind of comes back around, you know.
Yeah.
And before we wrap things up, because obviously, you know, I kind of try to I put you guys on the spot there and asked if there's going to be a new record. And it kind of sounds like something's kind of stirring in the pot there. Something's brewing. But other than that, and of course, other than this concert that is coming up in September, what is next for yourselves, not only as individual artists, but of course, Z-Look as a group as well?
Well, I would like to keep, you know, go out on the road and, you know, do some of them old school concerts and just keep it rolling. Just do what we do.
I mean, we're musicians first, so
yeah. So we like to play, so
it doesn't matter. Yeah,
and these are for me, these are the greatest guests that I mean, just last, you know, I can't wait. You know, I mean, it's always a ball playing with.
Yeah, we always have a good time. Yeah, so that's the best thing about it. Right. It's not like, you know, a lot of groups, they hate each other.
Right.
No.
But it's always
the love
much love with these guys.
The company.
Yeah. Because it don't seem like any time has passed.
I know, right?
But I ain't got no hair no more, so it's obvious that
right.
Few years have passed, but it don't seem like it. Right? You know, it seemed like it was just yesterday. You know.
And I got to say as well, guys, that's why the fan part of me is just letting you guys talk. Because like you just said, Eric, it seems like no time has passed. So just seeing you guys together again as myself as a Z-Look fan, I'm just letting you guys talk and enjoy it, man. Because, you know, you can't interrupt that, man. It's kind of like, it's like a virtual reunion, man. And I'm really glad that we could just do this and bring this, not only do this right here, but of course, bring it all over the internet for the fans to enjoy as well. And I got to say, Eric, thank you actually for just bringing this to my attention and setting this up. Because realistically, normally I do all the networking and reach out to people, but this time it was actually Eric that came to me and was like, "Hey, we got a concert. Let's set this up." So Eric, thank you for just organizing this little.
Man, I mean, I'm glad we were able to be here together,
rather
than all over the place. Yeah. It just worked it because I was trying to, you know, as I was telling you, my mom is transitioning, you know, she's on her probably spending her last days, and there's a lot of people at my house right now, so I was trying to figure out how am I going to set this up, but I just said, well, shoot, Art's going over the mic, so I might as well go over there too, you know. Right? Yeah. That was like an hour ago.
But I don't want to get things personal there, Eric. But I do want to just send my condolences to you and just say everyone here at Outlaw Radio FM is definitely thinking about you and your family during this time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah,
but of course,
I love your name. You know, the DJ Immortal thing. What you're doing is just great. You know, I love that. You know, you keeping us alive. You know, so I appreciate
music alive.
Yeah.
See, I honestly, guys, I just started doing what I was doing a couple of years ago as a regular podcast because I lost my job. Like I lost my job. I couldn't find anything. So in the time of me looking for a job, I needed something to keep my brain sane. So I was like, hey, let's start a podcast. And now I'm a full-fledged FM radio station with copyrights and business licenses. And it's like, never. If you would have told me 3 years ago I'd be sitting here talking to Z-Look, I'd be like, man, get out of my face. You're crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, the feeling's definitely mutual on this side as well, guys. Yeah. But I do got to ask, for the individuals that might not have you guys on social media, how can our listeners actually follow each and every one of you guys? And of course, just follow Z-Look itself.
We have a Z-Look. We just set it up. Z-Look reunion page on Facebook. You're on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Art Zamora, right?
Yeah. I'm on there.
Mike Ceezy, MikeCeezy. At Instagram. I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
And I'm Eric Strickland. Just hit on Facebook and Eric J 'Rome. And I don't know what my Instagram thing is, but I think if you just look for Eric Strickland, I'll be there some kind of way.
Yeah. And if you're in town, out in Cali, come check us out at the Reunion Jazz Fest. There's a
website there?
Yeah.
That's the website. I don't have my glasses. So.
Oh, okay. ReunionJazzFest.com. Go on there and you'll see September 4th, and which is actually in Riverside, where where it all started.
So if you guys want to hold it straight up to the camera, actually, I got you guys in a full screen mode, so that way you can show right up close to the viewers.
You got it?
Is it glare? Is it good?
That looks perfect, actually. Even Judith Hill, it looks like she's a headliner on that as well. White Park, 3936 Chestnut Street in Riverside, California, September 4th, 2022.
Yep. Confunction will be there. That's
scan the
QR code.
QR code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can scan the QR code. There you go.
If I move it around.
Click that. Click that. That's cool.
Did I mess it up? Probably messed it up.
No.
I gotta say, and also the viewers as well. They probably could just after this video is done, after the live is done. Sorry, they probably could just pause the video too, and then right on the QR code, and then they could just scan it. So
yeah, exactly.
I gotta say that lineup actually looks like absolutely amazing, man. I feel the heat just coming off that little card you guys showed on the camera, man.
That would be cool. We might have a couple little surprises too when we play as well. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun, man.
We're getting it together now, so we'll be ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna start serious rehearsing coming out.
Have you guys figured out a set list yet, or is that just too early? You guys are just doing preparations. Is there any songs you guys already know you're guaranteed you're gonna play?
We're definitely gonna surprise some folks. It's gonna be some stuff that won't be expecting, but once you hear it, you'll be like, oh man, it came with it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And also, I think there's gonna be a broadcast of it as well. So I think after that we'll be able to stream it and put it on one of our pages or whatever from the show.
Perfect. Well. I gotta say, as a fan, I'd really love to watch that. As you already know, I'm here in the East Coast of Canada, so making it to Riverside in less than a month is a little it's a little difficult. You know what I mean? If I was Superman, I would just fly, but unfortunately,
it's all good. But yeah, it'll be cool, man.
We're bringing it back where it all started, Riverside, California. So.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for just getting together, in one room. And of course, one StreamYard room, and just doing this interview, man. And again, Eric, thank you so much for just actually coordinating this and setting this up. It definitely was an honor to be able to speak with you, Eric, and of course, Mike again. And of course, Art, it definitely was an honor to be able to actually finally meet you and interview you as well, man. So thank you guys so much for your time and just giving us this past hour to kind of bring you guys together as a Z-Look reunion. Not only for myself, but the fans as well. And of course, thank you for years of monumental music, man. And I'm definitely, fingers crossed, there's more Z-Look music coming in the future. But if not, as a fan, I'm satisfied with 2 albums as well.
We're not. We're gonna get more. Yeah.
But guys, again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and of course a wonderful week. If I don't talk to you before September, definitely have a phenomenal performance. But I'm pretty sure we'll definitely talk again soon. But for now, guys, thank you again and definitely have yourselves a wonderful night.
Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Man.
Have a good one, guys.
You too. Take care.